Hello guys, Vyxi here, and once again, I'm late. This time on a Baldi's Basics Plus devlog. But don't worry guys, I'll make a showcase on a new minor update which came out like 2 days ago as of recording. Version 0.13, end of 2021 status update. So yeah, 2026 is approaching and it's closer than ever. We've got to say goodbye to the year 2025. It's been just bad. Mostly bad. But for Baldi, it's been amazing. And also, yeah, I'm recording this through a hacked Bandicam because I still have the same problem with OBS. Feedback still appreciated. Hello everyone. I hope all who celebrate had a great Thanksgiving. I don't celebrate Thanksgiving, but thanks. For this status update, I've decided to combine my 0.14 plans with a look back on 2025 and my plans moving forward into 2026. So there will be a lot of cover. 2026 Real or Madrid? If you got the reference, then good. Baldi's Basics Plus version 0.14. Firstly, my plan is for version 0.14 to be an update focused on bug fixes, balancing, and quality of life improvements. For real this time. This is something I had initially planned to do about a year ago, but that update ended up focused on the tutorial, which I think was the right move at the time. Now, more than ever, though, I feel the game is in need of a polish-focused update. This timing works out quite well too, as stickers were the last major new feature I planned on adding during the early access period. This means that once most existing issues are taken care of, there shouldn't be many major new issues popping up in future updates. So 0.14 will hopefully be the only polish focus update needed for the remainder of the early access period. And that's a good thing. Timeline wise, 0.14 can be expected sometime in February. Similar to the last holiday season, this means the time between 0.13 and 0.14 will be longer than usual. I mean, I can see waiting 3 months for a Baldi update instead of 2. But we, the Baldi fans, are known to be extremely patient, so yeah. Don't worry, guys. In the meantime, though, I still plan on pushing out an update to address some of the bigger issues introduced in 0.13. I will, for example, add stacking when the player has multiple of the same sticker, which will display a number next to a sticker you have multiple of instead of just displaying all duplicates individually. Not sure how I didn't think of that solution earlier. I mean, this was possible through modding, but again, recently another update came out which does add the stacked stickers, and I will record a video for this later. 2025 review. 2025, of all things considered, has been an incredible year for Baldi's Basics Plus. Possibly the best one ever. Yeah, I personally agree with this, but not just Plus. Baldi's Basics as a whole had incredible stuff going on this year. an update came out for the Times mod, and we've got a lot of cool other mods too for the normal Baldi game. Like the sprinting bear, which I might make a video on. Major updates were mostly able to continue regularly as in 2024, with some huge new additions such as levels 4 and 5 and their associated new level types and stickers. The game also got a much needed new gameplay trailer, which seems to have brought quite a few new players to the game. And yes, the gameplay trailer was ultimately needed. You know, because because the previous trailer for the game came out only 5 years ago. It was severely outdated. So it's a great thing we got a new trailer for Baldi's Basics Plus. It just looked so nice. With that in mind, I want to say a big thank you to everyone who purchased Baldi's Basics Plus this year, and of course to everyone else who continues to play and follow the game. Okay guys, I'm sorry if I keep yawning. I just woke up. Yes. 2025 also saw my trip to GDC, which let me bring in Nayan Ramachandran onto the project as the project manager. Nayan has been a big help behind the scenes, and working with him is the most important thing that has changed this year. With his help, the road to version... Fuck off, Clean Master, goddamn. Nayan has been a big help behind the scenes, and working with him is the most important thing that has changed this year. With his help, the road to version 1.0 has been getting clearer than ever, and once we find a publisher and bring on more team members, his work will become even more important. 2026 and beyond. As the year has been nearing its end, as I've been working on the horizontal slice, I've been considering how best to go about finishing the game. There is still a lot of work to be done, as well as the early access updates have been going. I've realized I've been neglecting to make meaningful progress on future development, the stuff intended exclusively for version 1.0. Also, guys, unrelated, but yesterday I just found out that Tim Tom, the character, has been scrapped for Plus. That's very sad. Okay. Notably, I've been trying to complete the horizontal slice by the end of this year, and that was going quite well until I shifted gears to get stickers ready for release in version 0.13. I initially figured this would work well as I was already planning on adding sticker functionality as part of the horizontal slice. But ultimately it ended up slowing down progress a lot due to the fact I had to ensure stickers were release ready. And in some ways they still didn't quite reach that point. So with that in mind, I think we're nearing that time foretold in the development roadmap many years ago, the second update hiatus. So here comes the Baldi's Basics Plus development roadmap, updated for this year. So 0.3.3 version came out, which was a really long time ago. First update hiatus as I worked on the game design document, development tools, level editor and loader, and overhauling some existing systems to make them easier to work with. This hiatus came about as a result of poor planning. And so I took time to plan out the rest of development to keep another unintentional update hiatus from occurring again. So during that time, we also got Classic Remastered, which I might play sometime, but I don't know. Someday, but I don't know. Finished game design document. Mobile and VR support for a Classic Remaster has been planned on the back burner. Mobile support, I still want to do it, and the VR support has been scrapped. This roadmap shows what you can expect the rest of Baldi SpaceX Plus's development to be like. This is an updated version of the one shown in 2022 that reflects the current state of things. Then 0.4, which came out somewhere in February or March, if I remember correctly, 2024. Not that long ago, but still. Updates resume as normal. 0.5 and so on until we are here. 0.14 final scheduled early access update. Second update hiatus as the final version is worked on. This is a planned update hiatus during which I will still be actively developing the game. The 1.0 update will be much larger than any of the previous updates, as there is a lot of content I want to save for the finished version of the game, which is why it will likely take longer to release than the regular early access updates. I may sporadically release a few major early access updates during this time. Recently, I started envisioning a pretty solid timeline for how I'd like the rest of development to go. And in order for that timeline to work out, I'm going to have to stop doing the regularly scheduled major updates. I certainly don't want to take the steady flow of new content away from you all, but for the sake of finishing the game, well, I think that this is a necessary change. This means that 0.14 will be the last scheduled major early access update. Beyond that, many early access updates will become much more sparse and sporadic. I may still occasionally release major early access updates during the early access development period when it makes sense. For example, if new content that makes sense for early access happens to be finished, it may get pushed out into an early access update, but it will no longer be something I plan around. That said, I will still continue to post status updates approximately every 2 months. These updates will not delve too deep into the dev progress, since I don't want to spoil things, but I will be sure not to leave you all in the dark during the update hiatus. With that in mind, I will be making some changes to Patreon memberships after 0.14 releases, since pre-releases and podcasts will become much less common. I appreciate the additional support I receive through Patreon, but please do not feel obligated to stay subscribed for any reason, only to do so if you really want to. For an example of what you can expect from the future status updates, here's an out-of-context screenshot, the second ever of the horizontal slice. We see the debug stuff, but it's not important. What's important is here.
Hooray! Test! I can see now! Give me the apple, Jude. Apple? Yes. Hey! Oh! I dance with us!
Have fun trying to figure out what the heck is going on here. So I see multiple drawn Baldis saying stuff. I guess you can put in custom text. You can make your own comics, I think, for fun, or I don't know. Teasers like this and general updates letting you all know things are continuing to move along is the most I'll be able to guarantee from these status updates. Between spoilers and business stuff that may needed that may need to stay under wraps, it could be hard to find things to share, but I will at the very least be sure to not go silent for an extended period of time. Conclusion. I hope this news isn't too disappointing to anyone. The past couple of years have been a blast, but I think I'm ready to buckle down and wrap it up the project. This does not mean that it's close to being finished. There's still a ton of work to do. However, not only can I now see the light at the end of the tunnel, but I now also think I have a decent idea of how long it will take to get there. As always, thank you all for the support and your patience. I'm so blessed to have you all played and supporting the game. Even if things won't be quite as exciting for the foreseeable future, I think 1.0 will be worth the wait. That's cool. And I also think that's it.